This is Guardian Radio, your station for up-to-the-minute news and intelligent, interactive, and engaging conversations. 96.9 FM. The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the management and staff of Guardian Radio.
Welcome to Guardian Radio AM. Today is Wednesday, September 17th. It's a little after 11 o'clock in the morning. Once again, this is CA Newry and I shall be your host for the day. Today we have Logos Hope, the world's largest floating books fair in studio. No, we don't have the boat in studio.
Nor the books.
Nor the books are in studio, but we have representative of Logos Hope in studio. We have Jolcy and Rocher. I hope I pronounced the word right. Their names right, because one is from Paraguay, and the next one is from India. And you see me trying to write their names in syllables. You know, say Holsey, Jolcy, and Rocher. And I'm hoping I'm pronouncing these words right, because people like who dyslexic like me and who's mispronounce all kind of words, things go AY, right? But I'm excited that you're here. I'm excited when you pass through the Bahamas. The Logos Hope is a big thing when it comes to here. But we want to know about it, right? The listening audience want to know, what is Logos Hope? Why are you in the Bahamas? When will the boat dock? Because I heard you're going to Grand Bahama first, and then you're supposed to come to New Providence, and I'm not sure where you're sailing off that. But I want to have a narrative of what is Logos Hope, right? And then, again, why you chose the Bahamas, and what all you'll be doing whilst you're in the Bahamas. So from anyone you can start.
Sure.
Rocher, you can start?
Yes. Good morning, everyone. We are very excited to be here. I am Ruchir, and I come from the Logos Hope. The Logos Hope is the world's largest floating book fair. It's recorded by the Guinness World Book Records. And the Logos Hope has been to over 150 countries, more than 500 different ports, and we go from country to country sharing knowledge, help, and hope. That is our mission.
You live on the boat?
I do.
Okay. You live on the boat too?
I do.
Okay. It's like a cruise ship. Go ahead. Good work.
We wish.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes.
Go ahead.
So, the book fair offers more than 5,000 different titles. We have books for all ages, all categories, and we also do community outreaches. We do different events on the ship. So we have given a tagline to our visit here in Nassau. We call it more than just a book fair. And so as we come into Nassau, I would say as we come into Bahamas, first, the ship is coming to Freeport. That is tomorrow.
Ship is coming tomorrow, and it's going to be at Freeport.
Yes.
And you were here early basically to introduce and let everybody know that the ship coming.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So we have two teams. We are the project managers for Nassau, me and Josie, and we have another team in Freeport already preparing for the ship's arrival there. So yeah, the ship comes tomorrow to Freeport, and then on the 2nd of October, it will come to Nassau.
I see. I remember going on the boat, right? But it was been a while back.
Yeah.
So I need to be reminded on what's the objective of this whole thing.
Yep.
You're a boat that has books, right?
Yep.
Why did this start it?
Right. So just to give a brief context about the Logos Hope itself, this is a vessel that is run by volunteers. These volunteers are almost 300 right now living on the ship.
You don't get paid?
I do not get paid.
My gosh.
And I'm a nurse.
You're a nurse. And you just said, "Man, go on this boat and do some community." My gosh. Go ahead, continue.
So as I said, we are people from 65 different countries living on the ship. There are families on the ship. There are bachelors like us on the ship. And we have committed to serve with the Logos Hope for whatever period of time that is, maybe that's a year or two, because we believe in the message that it carries about sharing knowledge, help, and hope. We believe that we have continued to receive a lot. We focus on a lot of what can I receive, what can I get from it. But these efforts are more towards reaching out to the communities. What can I offer? What can I share? And that is basically the essence of the ship doing what it is doing, providing literature, providing intercultural exchange. Well, you come on the ship and you speak to one of our people on board, you will find out that they are from a different country than yours. They will tell you more about where they come from, what food they eat, and this is just a cultural exchange that we offer as well. And at the heart of it is also to share a story of hope. A story of hope where we have experienced what God's love looks like. And so we also want to share it with the people that we go around. We want to share through our stories, our personal efforts, and also portray in the things that we do, not just the book fair.
So let me speak to Josie before we start talking about your interaction here in the Bahamas and what you'll be doing in the Bahamas, what's going to be happening in Grand Bahama, then New Providence proper. I want to know, Josie, how did you get on the ship? Just in case some Bahamians say, man, I could do that. I could do that. You know, you were living in Paraguay, right?
Yes.
And you're a nurse, you're a professional, right? And all of a sudden now you're on the ship. Like, how did that happen? And why did that happen? And if I'm a Bahamian and I'm listening to, man, I might be interested in that. Tell us the process, just in case anyone listens and say, let me go and write and inquire.
So for me, the story started like way back. I think you chose from us two the one that has the longer story because in 12 years ago, I chose...
You've been on the ship for 12 years?
No.
You scared me?
12 years ago, I joined for 2 years to serve on board, and we were in the region of Asia. And yeah, just this experience for me was a life-changing one. And I saw so much, and my spectrum just broadened so much, and I was like, I want to go again. I want to serve again. So I went study to become a nurse, and when I was looking at options to go and serve again, it brought me back to the ship to serve again on the Logos Hope.
So give me the narrative on how you applied. Like, now pictures me. Like, I want to work on the ship. What do I do?
So we have actually the organization, Operation Mobilization. They are our recruiting partners. So through them, you can do the recruiting process. They have like an interview, but you have to have supporters because this is not for free. We are as well raising funds to have our own support to be able to live on board. It's not just I just decide I want to go and then it goes from there. There is a whole process behind it. And that is how I ended up on board. And I served until recently as a nurse. And then I changed to become a project manager, project coordinator for this visit here in Nassau.
Okay. And Rochelle, give me a narrative on what happens on the boat on like a daily operation. I know you had to fly here, right? Yeah. In advance. Yeah. But like you're on the boat and you're sailing. So we coming to the Bahamas soon. Mm-hmm. Like your counterparts, they're on the boat coming here now.
Right.
What is the regular operation?
Right.
Or what happens?
Definitely. So as we said, we have people from 65 different countries, almost 300 people, and you would wonder, what do they do on the ship? On the ship, we have various departments. It is an organization. It's literally like a small village, a floating village. And so we have galley team, that is the kitchen team. We have engine, we have deck, we have book fair, iCafe, administrational offices, project managing teams, and so many different departments. So when volunteers join Logos Hope, they are put to serve in one of these departments. And that's what they do kind of full time. 9 to 5, you are working for 5 days a week. One day is what we call a community outreach day, where we go and connect with the locals, do programs with them, and then one day is an off day. So that is what kind of, in a nutshell, life on board looks like.
You come in? I go in on the fishing team.
The fishing.
Yeah, because you know where I living on the boat and I can't fish.
Okay, I can't fish in the ocean. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. So now you're the project managers. Yes. You're here for you two are here for New Providence, and there's another project management team that is in Grand Bahama.
Right.
So what are the project management team in Grand Bahama doing now as the boat soon docks? And then when the boat docks, what happens?
So these teams come to the island whenever the ship is going to arrive to a country, like 5 to 8 weeks in advance. A project managing team is sent to the country to start preparing. So the team in Freeport is already been there for over 5 weeks now, and they are preparing for all these different aspects that we talk about, sorting the permissions to open the book fair to the public, immigrations, customs. We talk about community outreach programs, partnering with organizations, partnering with churches, partnering with schools, and all of these different administrations, organizations. That's what they've been doing so far. They also get on shows like us to promote the visit, be involved in promoting the ship's visit. And so now, as the ship is coming in, I would say the final preparations are just tying up the loose ends and just being excited for the ship to come.
Now, talk about excited and jealous at the same time, right? So I'm so glad to hear you all have a Nassau coordinator
Yes.
because the article I found, if you all want to read up on it, world's largest floating book fair returns to Grand Bahama this week, right?
Yes.
But they didn't mention Nassau. I know where you're going to. I'm going to access the boat in Grand Bahama via the north gate of Freeport Harbor, right? But where's the boat docking in New Providence, and how do I access it if I'm a Nassauvian?
So we're actually going to be in the cruise port here in Nassau
Okay.
from the 2nd of October, but we're going to be open from the afternoon on the 3rd of October. So
Okay.
anybody who is interested to come, you can come with friends, with family, and we have the first part of the port is going to be
Don't worry
where
about
the
it.
entrance is.
Yeah,
But
we'll figure it out once we know it's a cruise port.
Exactly.
Now, $2 admission for adults.
$2, yes.
Children free.
Children under 12 is free, and above 65 adults is free.
Okay, now, it's something else I read in this article, and I need you all to clear this up to me. It says books will be discounted by up to 80%. So I can find some 10% off, some 20% off, some 25% off, some 50% off, and then I can find some 80% off on a few select items.
So the books on the ship are already 70% discounted price from its original MRP. I
Okay,
think that's what it's
yeah.
trying to say. And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
also on the ship, when you come, you will have books and souvenirs at a discounted price.
I for that. See, right now we are entering the new school year. We're doing an assessment of both the old grades, the grades from the last year, and the start of the new school year, which feeds into what they're going to achieve at the end of the year. And we all about the place encouraging a culture of appreciation for education and for reading.
And for reading.
And for reading.
What type of books can I purchase? I know you say there's 70% discount. I know you. It's an experience. You go on the boat and you speak to the staff and interact with the staff, and they talk to you about the books or whatever it is. I remember one time, I'm sure it's like 5 years ago, I saw a Miles Monroe book on there. You know, I was proud, right? Because I know him. He's
But listen,
reading.
I was in Zambia at the conference, the Commonwealth Law Association conference, and Miles Monroe books was everywhere.
Yes. It's a proud moment.
Right.
What type of books
Right.
can I find there? Because I'm coming now with my children, right? And I want to know how much money I need to bring.
Right.
When I'm coming to Target, right? Are they school books? Are these religious books? What type of books in general?
So as I said, the book fair has more than 5,000 different book titles. So what types of books? You can have books of all sorts of things. Just talk about cooking or arts and crafts or education or religious or hobbies, novels. You just name it.
This is I'm going to ask, like, okay, so the things that we typically can't find here, like history books and I would say like novelty
Right.
books, specialty books, things like I want to know what these. We do a lot of straw work, but I realize a lot of indigenous cultures do straw work. I want to know if I can find books about people who was doing straw work in the 1700s or the 1800s, things like that. Just a massive range of things.
Yeah, we're trying to always have books for every age, for every person that comes, but very, very specific, like let's say just about health or just about something like very specific that would only target one. That we have many different books, but it's so specific sometimes you won't be able to find. But then there is a variety of different choices of topics And what I love as well is the section of leadership. There's a lot about good leadership books.
Okay, all right.
Now, I want to know, how big is this boat? Like it's like 1-2 decks. How I'm trying to see when I'm coming on this boat, what will I be expecting?
Right. It's definitely not a cruise ship. So people often confuse.
With that promenade deck, I won't be able to shuffleboard. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, the ship is 132 meters long, and it has 9 decks, including an open deck, which we have. It's called the funnel of the ship, where it's a technical term, and 9 decks. So when you come, you will see it's a big boat, but not as big as the cruise ships that you would see every day.
All right. I just need a place to read. I just need, first of all, Josie already tell me I old so very politely. Josie, when I come on this ship, don't charge me no money to come read these books. And then don't get mad when I bring my chair and set it up on the promenade. We make our own promenade. And we can read, because I can't buy all the books, but I could try read all the books.
We actually have a section that is, we call it the iCafe, the International Cafe.
Okay.
So you will be very welcome there. We have chairs. You won't need to bring your own chair. And we have coffee. You can just sit down, chill out there. Yeah.
Now, there was a particular note in the article about footwear and clothing. You know, we're not on a cruise ship, right? I imagine a boat has been refurbished. Tell me what I need to bring to be safe. Walking up the gangplanks and moving on the boat.
We would suggest that you would wear a pair of shoes. Don't come in sandals. You know, you're entering a
No
vessel.
open toe.
No
thing.
open toe.
Okay.
Footwear. We would also ask if we could just have like a casual clothing, no topless.
So no beach gear.
No beach gear. Yeah, just a casual, normal
All right.
lifestyle clothing.
Now, you're at the port, right? There'll be
Right.
plenty tourists about.
Right.
Are tourists invited to come on board as well?
Definitely. It's open for everyone. We will also receive a lot of tourists as well.
Because if I'm on vacation with my children and I see a book boat,
Yeah.
Book?
a book boat,
A book that has boats. It's something. Go ahead.
yeah. If I find a boat of books, a book boat,
The book boat.
Yeah.
I
Book ship.
Book ship. Finally. yes.
we're making a stop there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're making a stop there. This is
Definitely.
because I can tell them, look here, see if you could find a book about the Bahamas, a book about the country we go into next on this cruise ship or whatever. It just could be curated into all kinds of different experiences.
So let's remind us, because we have people from Grand Bahama who listens to us all the time, right?
Right.
So remind us, when will you be in Grand Bahama? And then remind us, when will you be in New Providence?
In Grand Bahama, the ship comes tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
But when is it available to the public?
It will open. I think it's opening day after tomorrow. So when the ship comes to a country, we have an official opening ceremony, and so that's happening probably day after tomorrow for Grand Bahama.
So that's
and
Friday the 19th.
Friday the 19th. Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I want to hear about the official opening because, they don't invite me to nothing. Aaron gets invited to all of the parties. But tell me what the official opening, what is that about?
Yeah.
And who comes to that?
Right. For the official opening to Nassau as well, we have sent out invitations for guest of honors to the Ministry of.
You get the invitation, Aaron?
No. I could read already.
No,
what
we're the
happened?
project managers here, by the
What
way.
happened? I could read already. I don't need an invitation.
I just want to be able to go with the way. You having food to the opening?
We do have finger food, yeah.
See why I want to. Anyway, finish.
I could swim.
Go ahead.
Let me see you. Let me see you on the deck, and they invite me on the deck. I could be like
Aaron,
that boy in Montgomery.
I have friends on the boat. I have Josie and Rochelle, and they don't invite me. I have friends there. And no, go finish telling me about the opening. Go ahead.
Yes. So we are inviting all the ministries. We have invited the Prime Minister to be guest of honor. Still awaiting confirmation. We have invited the Deputy Prime Minister. We have invited the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Minister of Education, all those government officials. We have also invited a lot of our partners and companies that we are organizing.
Talk with your partners. What do you mean by partners?
Hold on.
Sure.
If you Logos Hope, you partners with the Logos bookstore here in the country?
Oh,
Sometimes people confuse, but
Yeah.
we are not the same organization.
That's all right. Two of
Yes.
y'all love books, so
Yes.
I love the two of y'all.
Yes.
So let's talk with your
Logos
partners.
actually means book. That is why it is a very common
In which
thing.
language?
Greek, eh?
I think it's Greek.
It's
Okay.
Greek. Logos
Yeah,
means
you mean
word.
book. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
word.
Look, use a logos reader, Aaron. See? You didn't know that?
I don't even like how you said that.
Well,
I don't know what it means, and I am upset.
Because you don't speak Greek. I speak Greek.
Just a brief.
I speak crack conch though.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
The Greeks invented crack conch.
Oh.
Like they brought it here to the Bahamas. Yes, so we celebrate them for that.
Wow. Yeah, as Josie was saying, logos means word, like Greek. And so when we say logos hope, it's a word of hope. You know, that is what we kind of promote as well. But anyways, coming back to the partners, that's a very good question. And you know, here in Nassau, we are partnering with not just organizations, but ministries. And I would say we are partnering with the Ministry of Education. Josie will explain a bit more about that. We are partnering with the Ministry of Social Services. The Ministry of Tourism is also going to be one of our big partners here in Nassau. And apart from these ministries, we are also partnering with churches. We are partnering with organizations such as the Salvation Army, you know, doing community outreach. So those are a few of the partners. And of course, Executive Printers of Bahamas giving us discount on our flyers and stuff. And, you know, we are partnering with the Sign Man, who is helping us promote the ship's visit. We are partnering with local media stations, the Tribune, the Guardian, and all of these people, making sure that the ship is promoted on the island. Each of you have a chance to come and visit the ship.
Because one of the biggest barriers for parents is the cost of books, right? Parents understand children need to read. They understand you need to inundate them with books, but they don't understand how they could afford to do that, right? And so any opportunity to access books, discounted books, we are all celebrating it. I want to say thank you to all the local partners. Man, Mr. Newry, I can't even row a ministry right now. I just have to be like overwhelmed and overjoyed that they are partnering and making themselves available for the vibe. It's such a wonderful vibe.
So, Josie, go ahead.
Yeah, so actually for us it is a great passion of ours that we want to bring this love for books to kids as well. So we are partnering with the Ministry of Education, and we've been working on 4 school visit days. So on those days, the schools can sign up to come and visit the ship completely for free, and these kids come with their teachers. They will just be able to come on board and see this amount of books, just browse through them, and get a little bit of an excitement for these paper books instead of just working through social media or like being on screens all the time. And this way we are hoping to bring knowledge as well, to increase their knowledge about this knowledge that you can find in books, right?
For people who want to support kids participating, right, by making donations,
Right.
can I, just a random member of the public, go to the Ministry of Education or come to the boat and say, hey, I put $100 in this envelope. I just pay for books until it run out.
Right.
Can we do that? Can the public do that?
Definitely they can. And what we would recommend is once the ship is here, or even before the ship, if you're thinking of making a donation, if you're thinking of partnering with us financially, come and speak to us. We are on social media platforms, you know, Logos Hope Nassau on Instagram, Logos Hope Nassau on Facebook. You have our contacts there. I am Ruchir. Get in touch with me, and I will get in touch with you, with our management team on the ship, making sure that your resources are stewarded wisely.
I'm thinking about the kids who coming on, and I'm happy that you're making space for allowing Bahamian kids to get on board. I'm assuming that books will be for sale for them. See if they see any books. What type of money is like typical book, especially like kids' books? Just to make sure they have pocket money. I got to give my child money, you know.
I think that was a good question that we also discussed with the Ministry of Education while we were having this conversation of, okay, school visits, how much money should the kid bring? And we would say somewhere around $15 to $20 is good, because you're not asked to pay any entrance fee. You just come in, buy a book or two, and then you can also have some popcorn and ice cream at our international cafe.
Oh, you have popcorn and ice cream too for sale?
Exactly. We say we have international cafe, and so that's open for all age groups. People love just coming in and having a coffee or ice cream. And so speaking for the kids, this is what we would suggest, $15 to $20. I think it should be.
And I can buy popcorn and buy 3 or 4 or 5 books at the same time. Okay, that's affordable. I just want to know what type of money I give to the child.
And send them with a bag. Make sure they have a bag to put the books in. Right? So keep them safe, sling it over their back, don't lose them. Because, Newry, I will admit it, I may have thieved a book or two in my life.
Yeah.
I've had books thieved.
She like books.
I've had books stolen from me, and I could understand why, right? Like, and I may have misappropriated a book or two.
Just one or two.
And so you're mad, but you can't get mad at people because they want to read that book really, really badly.
We actually give the kids or whoever is going to buy something, they will get a bag if they would like.
Okay,
so
good.
they will
Have a nice
receive
little
it.
satchel to put
Yeah.
the haul their booty in. The goodies. Remember the Scholastic Book Club at school? You remember that?
I didn't like to read. Remember, I dyslexic?
I didn't ask you if you liked it. I just asked you if you remembered it.
No, I don't remember that. Now you say math exam and quiz papers, I might be in that club.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, and I didn't know me and you was friends. Anyway, so my days of the Scholastic Book Club and always sort of being anxious, not having enough money. But if I told my parents, hey, I'd like to get this, they would try and sort it out. And I wish that experience for all kids, right? The joy of being overwhelmed and inundated with books and words and images and new stories and new experiences and the potential for new lives.
So Friday the 19th, you'll be docked in New Providence. That's the 19th, or
that's in
Grand Bahama.
Grand Bahama.
So when will you be docked in New Providence?
In New Providence, 2nd of October, that's when the ship arrives. 3rd of October is the official opening, and then from 1 p.m. onwards, we will open to the public.
Okay.
But please note, Wednesdays is off. Wednesdays, the ship will be closed.
Okay.
So apart from Wednesdays, on Sunday and Monday, the ship will be open from 1 p.m. to 10 p.m., and from Tuesday to Friday, it will be open from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m.
To 10 p.m.
10
Okay,
p.m.
good stuff.
Yes.
I could do that like a night out with the children. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go to the book ship.
Yeah.
Walk through. And get ice cream.
Yeah,
I like that.
And you know what ends up happening every port that we go to, we make so good friends with the local people there that every day we have people just coming back and having conversations, and it's not a one-time thing. You can keep on coming to the ship.
Because
Just
I'm going to try, but I can't look at 5,000 titles in one day. But I'm glad I have a number of days to come back over and over again to check out the
Definitely, yeah.
catalog. Yeah.
Good. But let's do a summary again. Give us all the information as we go to our commercial break on what's happening on September 19th and then October 3rd. Go ahead.
okay. So the ship comes on the 2nd of October, opens to the public from the 3rd of October
In New Providence.
in New Providence, Nassau, till the 19th of October. That'll be our
We're here
last
for a
time.
while.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Almost 2 weeks.
I gotta be rushing.
Yeah. And so we will also then, as we said, do community outreaches, different programs. You want to know more? Come talk to us. Come partner. Get
Have you
touch with
finalized
us.
on the outreaches, or can some church members contact you and say, hey, you could come and partner with us or something?
We are in the stage of finalizing.
Yeah, actually, that is my part of the job. So
Okay.
I am contacting a lot of partners, but as well, we're still open to receive more messages. And if schools want to visit, our information are on social media. So we are very open to receive more.
Every school needs to come and visit. You have here for a month, just pinpoint a day and come in on this day.
Yeah.
You say go on your Facebook page and get in contact with you all.
Yes.
What's the Facebook page again?
The Facebook page is Logos Hope Nassau, and the Instagram page is Logos Hope Nassau Official.
And I can contact and speak with you all.
Yes, you can just DM us, you can find our contacts there, and then you can just get in touch with us. And just to finish off, we are also having events on the ship. We are having a cultural fair on the 18th of October, and then we are also having a one-voice gospel concert on the 5th of October.
There's a price for that?
No price for that, it's free of cost.
Gospel concert for free.
Yes,
okay.
please.
I like that. Okay. You want to go to that area?
I want them come and do some outreach at my raccoon refuge.
She has pet raccoons.
I know they want me to pet them, but I ain't foolish.
Yeah.
I ain't foolish at all.
Have you all ever have experience capturing raccoons?
Not so much.
And what about chick charities?
No.
Look, we got some new books to submit. Can local authors add their books to your catalog?
Yes, we have a few authors who have contacted us to publish their books, to donate their books, I would say.
Oh, that's a big thing.
And so if you want to, just get in contact with us.
Good.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, if you're Bahamian, you have a lot of books, and you want to donate a Bahamian book to be on the ship, reach out. Anyway, thank you very much, Joel C., and thank you very much, Rochelle. It's a pleasure. Again, these are Logos Hope, and it's the world's largest floating book fair. And they come into Grand Bahama first, and they come into Nassau, and they have a number of activities they plan to do whilst they're here, right? Or should you listen to the music that was played? Okay, this has been Guardian Radio AM with C.A. Newry. We'll be right back.
The sun comes up, I'm better than before. I think about the things I did, and I want to do
Wait,
some
you
more.
know what's going down tomorrow?
Nobody, what happening?
Joe bringing these knives to school. He could do Junior in.
For what?
But he fooled with Joe girl.
Mother sick. And you know Junior don't back down for nothing. So that means you got a big fight tomorrow.
So whose side you on?
Side? I trying to stay in school, not Simpson Pen. We gotta tell somebody about this fight.
Tell somebody. I ain't no snitch. I mean cool, you know.
Wait, if you so cool, then you need to stay in school and stay out of the fight.
Yeah, but if I don't hang on Joe's side, him and these boys coming for me next.
Alright, so we definitely gotta tell somebody. We gotta prevent the fight.
What I say, I don't want nobody call me snitch.
We could just call Crime Stoppers. You could report what you know, and nobody gotta know it's you.
So how did I boy?
All you gotta do is call them, or you text them through the Crack Crime Bahamas app, and nobody can know it's you.
Then the police come looking for me for more info, and when they finish with them, Joe them coming looking for me?
When you call Crime Stoppers, the call go directly to Miami, and they don't ask nothing about you. Then you can get the pen from them, and they can claim a reward later using that same pen.
Plus, everything's scrambled, so nobody can read what you're saying.
Call 328-8477 from Nassau or 242-300-8477 from the Family Islands.
Just sign in and have a seat, please. They'll call you in for your x-ray shortly.
That's why they call it a waiting room. You won't have that problem at 4th Terrace Diagnostic Center or Imaging at Grosvenor. We never schedule multiple appointments, so you'll be in and out in no time. And if your initial screening reveals a concern, our radiologist can conduct an alternative screening right then and there. Call 328-8157 to schedule an appointment at 4th Terrace Diagnostic Center or Imaging at Grosvenor today.
Nothing beats a Chickchani Challenge. On September 27th, we're bringing the action, a 5K course packed with 20 thrilling obstacles. Start and finish at Fusion Superplex with energy, fun and excitement all around. First time? No problem. Try the Chickchani Light version built just for beginners. Got kids? Ages 3 to 7 can take on their very own Chickchani Kids Challenge. And this year, we're turning 10. So grab your team, mark your calendar, and come celebrate with us. Visit chickchanichallenge.com to sign up today. Thanks to our sponsors Fusion Superplex, Guardian Radio 96.9, Kalina, RBC, Advantage Insurance, Party Pilots Rentals and Events, Fincastle Media Group, Powerade, Click, and Art of Graphics.
Are you searching for something new? Something exciting? Your dream job in paradise? Well, look no further. Royal Beach Club Paradise Island is hiring. Join a dynamic group of passionate hospitality professionals, craft unforgettable moments, and thrive in a vibrant, welcoming atmosphere. Play your part in shaping the future of our team while growing your own career every day. Bring your energy, your passion, and your creativity to a workplace that's as dynamic and fun as you are. At Royal Beach Club Paradise Island, the opportunities don't just exist. They're limitless. So are you ready to find your perfect fit? Visit Royal Beach Club at paradiseisland.com/career today and step into a world of exciting possibilities.
Love the show? Want to give your support? Become a sponsor today. Call 302-2300 for our rates and packages. That's 302-2300. Become a sponsor on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
Hip-hop.
Can be. This must be the greatest thing in life to have you here with me. I've been waiting for a long, long time. I can't believe it's true. people never will understand.
And welcome back to Guardian Radio AM. Of course, there was a brief delay because we had to take pictures. We got to take pictures with the international guests, you know. And you know, I'm not a celebrity, social person. I don't even know what do you call that. Socialite. I'm a socialite now. People's like take pictures with me all over the place. I go to church, I got to shake hand. I go to fairs, I got to shake hand. But yet, I have yet to be invited to any official opening of nothing. Even logos didn't invite me. I'm still waiting on the embassy to invite me to that shindig of the opening. Taste of good food. I like to eat. You should invite me so I could take advantage of the good food. And I'm a good conversationalist. I could nod my head and agree. So hopefully I'm invited to this logo's big opening so I can see what type of food they have. Right? Yeah. But anyway, we can transition now to education. I wanted to ask Aaron whether we have an educational crisis, and not just the educational part in terms of grades. I'm talking about management of the educational resources, management of the entire interaction with the Bahamas. You know, education is not just for children, but in terms of moving the Bahamas forward, in terms of being enlightened as a people, in terms of creating new systems, in terms of the systems being people are able to be plugged into the systems. And that's why I want to talk about the crisis. Recently, the Minister of Education said that we have a shortage of English teachers. That bothered me. And people said, well, why? These things happen. So no. We did a SWOT analysis before school opened to say if we'll be ready when school opened on September 1st. And nobody told me that we were short. And to see what bothered me was dire need. If she just said, man, we short 1 or 2 teachers, 12 teachers, I guess I can understand that these things happen. But when you use the word dire, we're in dire need of English teachers. That means they had to know that beforehand. Right? How can we be in dire need of English teachers? I even understand dire need of Spanish teachers because that's hard to source, right? That and everybody, right? Even the dire need for no, I can't even say dire need for science teachers. I can see it for the Family Islands because no one want to go there. But throughout the Bahamas, a dire need for English teachers, that's management issue, man. That's a poor management of resources. And that's what I'm asking Aaron. Are we in a crisis? And if we're in a crisis, we got to be in a crisis mode in terms of responding. And if we're not in crisis mode, or we're not in a crisis, then things happen as usual.
All right. Despite the fact that we're obviously not in crisis mode, we're definitely in a crisis. I'm gonna just share one thing. Remember, I tell you, it's me. I'm the problem, right? I'm the problem when I hear people use the word female or females in out of context, inappropriately, incorrectly, in the wrong way. When I hear people say things like fishes and shrimps it's me. I am the problem. However, in this instance, I'm not the problem. There's Bahamian Standard English and there's British Standard English. We teach to British Standard English. We don't teach at the test. We don't test Bahamian Standard English. We teach British Standard English. So it's important that students understand British Standard English because that's what the test is, right?
With American books. See, that complicate things.
Yeah, because where did fruits come from?
I don't know. Fruits is plural.
No, fruit is plural.
But fruits is plural in America.
Yeah, all kinds of things are plural in America. Yeah. I'm not quite certain. But let me tell you the key indicator. The key indicator that we are in an education crisis is when I think it was the deputy director or a senior administrator in the Ministry of Education when talking about the truancy exercise, right? Mm-hmm. So they conducted an exercise to try and capture truant students. Mm-hmm. And the senior administrator in the Ministry of Education said, we would have gone on a walkabout and we found 12 children. And I just we would have gone on a walkabout and we found 12 students.
So they didn't go?
No, they went because they found the 12 students.
But they would have gone.
but they would have gone indicates that something prevented them from going.
The 12 students?
No, see, I know you was going to blame the students. I know, just like the ministry, you're going to blame the students for the bad results. But see, that's an indicator of a crisis. What do you mean? See, not just that, right? A senior administrator said it. Before the senior administrator said it, we had people in the media saying it, and we had police officers saying it, right? And then all of a sudden, it was just accepted as common. Most recent use of it was a technician, I don't call him a technocrat, but I think they attended a climate change conference. And they said the same thing. We would have spoken to Indonesia. I was expecting them to tell me, but Indonesia didn't come to the meeting. This place said they had a good time talking to Indonesia.
So I said, if we would have gotten the money from the UK airport thing, but did we get it? There you go. Let's go to the call. Oh, the caller going. It's coming to you now, caller, but I had a bait Aaron. I still want to talk about that in terms of whether we're in a crisis. And if we're in a crisis, that means we have to be in a crisis mode. I don't think that we're in a crisis mode.
No, we're not in crisis mode.
That means we're not taking it serious. There's no rapid response. There's no active response.
See, because when you said SWOT analysis, we did a SWOT analysis at the end of 2024, 2025 school year, and I would never have expected that there would be a shortage of teachers because nobody dire shortage of teachers because nobody mentioned it in the 2024-2025 SWOT analysis. This should have been acknowledged and mentioned 10 years ago. How long does it take to get a degree? So you get your BA, then maybe you get a master's or a teacher's certificate, right? So we're talking about, say, 5 years, 6 years. 10 years would have given you sufficient time to have begun developing a resource of English teachers.
Yeah, there shouldn't be no shortage.
Because you knew there would be...
Now there's a shortage of Spanish teachers. I understand the political thing that we can appreciate that.
Right. In a secondary, so listen, there are a couple of articles I read, the titles of including rise in students unable to speak English in schools, says Wilson. Today's notes, Hannah Martin says there's a dire shortage of English teachers. In this article, ministry looking to hire more special needs teachers. I got so mad at our cousin because she says the special needs teacher gap is part of a broader struggle with teacher shortages. This is what the article says. The special needs teacher gap is part of a broader struggle with teacher shortages, something Hannah Martin has noted is an international issue. If I do you, like how my ancestors, my grandparents would have done me, it would require me grabbing you by your ear and twisting it and saying, what'd you just say?
Yeah.
So the people in the international world having the problem, which means that I shouldn't expect you to solve it locally?
They do it often. Let's go to this caller so the caller can engage us and speak on it. But I hate when they do that. Like, things are bad over there, so we should expect that things to be bad over here too. And that means I'm not going to respond and find a solution because things are bad over there. It's global. It's a global issue. But we are a small nation. We can solve our issues easily. If we know that there's a short of English teachers, what you do? You give scholarship for people who will major in English.
And you
getting that.
And you incentivize it and you raise the pay.
Yeah, man. Let's go to the first caller. Guardian Radio AM. We talking whether there's a crisis in education. The teachers them complaining that they can't even communicate with some students. The students them speaking different languages, and they want to know what the government is doing to help them with that. Go ahead, caller.
Start me?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
turn on radio.
Oh boy. Okay.
Raymond, you there?
Are you okay?
He'll call back. It doesn't sound like he fall out.
Okay, so let's talk about this, starting with the headline, Rise in Students Unable to Speak English in School, says
And
Wilson.
the key word or operative word is there's an increase or the rise. Because I'm sure schools always had children who does not speak English as their primary language.
Hold on. First of all, remember, we teach into the British standard, right? We teach into the British standard. The majority of students go into the school not being able to speak the British standard.
No, I don't think they talk about it. The teachers, I'm saying, would have too also. You would have got this information because I taught it already. That's our teachers. They speak in Bahamian English.
That's not the point. The point is that but they're teaching to the British. See, are we in a crisis? Good. This is it right here. What did you just say? We're teaching to a British standard, and we have teachers who speak at the Bahamian standard, and they mad at the Haitian children who don't speak English. You're not even speaking the standard you're supposed to be teaching. But that's not the answer. That's not the response to this issue. I'm just making a point. The response to the issue is this, right? Like you said, if you say there's an increase, it means you've already acknowledged there's been an experience of this happening. So we don't have, given what exists today and what the government says it is doing, right, which is focused on expanding the labor pool, focused on expanding the, what they call that, the tax base, and focused on expanding the genetic base per Mr. Fred Mitchell, right? Then what do you mean we don't have early learning centers and kindergartens that are primarily for ESL, English as a second language students? What do you mean we don't have first and second grade classes that are ESL specific, English as a second language? And what do you mean we don't have after school and intra school, like in breaks and whatever, tutoring for ESL students?
And let's expanding on that. And coming to you now, caller. If there were one or two people who couldn't speak English or English, what was the system beforehand? What would they used to do? And no one can explain to the public. So, when we only had 5 of them, we used to do this. Now that we have 30 of them, we will expand the program. There seems to be no program. So what did they do to those students who were there before? When I was younger, I'm not sure if you know that, I think the Catholic school hosted it was basically Haitian based, right? They had a transitional type school where they learned English. I'm not sure if that's happening anymore.
I'm not sure either.
But you know what I'm talking about?
I think so, yeah. But here's the point that I want to make, right? That there is a crisis. The crisis is an administrative crisis, right? And I know people, it's like, listen, lots of concerns being...
Come and prep the call.
Lots of concerns being raised by residents in Abaco, right? About an influx or a perception that the schools are being overrun by migrant children, right? But for me, when I read this article, ministry looking to hire more special needs children, and the teachers say, and in relation to the English, non-English speaking or ESL students, right? The teachers are saying something specific that the students that coming in, when we first get the students, they're not doing the basic testing, the vision and hearing testing, the learning capacity testing. That's not happening for any student.
Straight across the board.
Straight across the board. That the migrants are here may exacerbate an existing crisis. And that's the point I want to make. Don't blame migrant children for the crisis. Their presence highlights, showcases, or makes it impossible to hide what is an existing crisis.
Let's go to the call. But what about the government preschools? Don't we have like a preschool to prep them before they go to grade 1?
Listen, we do, but you see the one on East Street right next to the liquor store that don't never stop playing loud music?
Yeah.
And the place right there?
They know how to sing though. Anyway, let's go to the call. Go ahead, Guardian Radio AM. You're live.
We need equality days to this dark universe. We need justice, law, and order in this country, the Bahamas. We doesn't have any justice. We doesn't have any order, law that's in order. You know, it's just filthy. And the other thing is, right, when you look at the family islands, right, they're supposed to be getting the benefit of all the educational apparatus in which we have here in the Bahamas because they're a distance away. You see? Our people just filled with apathy. They're unconcerned about their own. And it makes me sick.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Raymond.
Thank you, Raymond.
See, I want to know whether we should do a SWOT analysis in reference to the Ministry of Education not knowing that we had a labor shortage in teachers. beforehand. Like they should have told us before the first day of school that we will be short this amount of teachers. We're working on it. Now they say special education teachers. What would be the solution? You just can't say we're searching for them because there's a limited amount. So those who are in country should be already employed. So that means when we say researching, that means they're going out of country, right? So and hopefully more would assume that those who are out of country already employed too, because school already started, right? Now, when the government said that they are searching, they are actively searching. I'm not sure what that means, since most people, surely you can find one or two, but most people have already started their employment pre-school year started. So it's gonna be a tough search. We now have to start talking about 2026.
Oh, okay. 'Cause
Right?
I thought
What
we
is
were
the-
going to start talking about figuring out how to penalize people for the dereliction of duty and their inability
It's clearly
to
it's
do
a
their
dereliction.
job properly.
But 2026, what is now the government doing to be prepared for 2026? I'm assuming they have some kind of incentive program.
2026, 2027, 2028, 2029. I mean,
what is the plan?
If all of the dynamics they say are impacting us are true, right? That other jurisdictions are providing more attractive packages and opportunities for Bahamians, right? If that's what they're saying, why are you not making it more attractive locally?
Guyana has a lot of teachers. I mean, they have scores of teachers. They produce teachers. The education there is free, right? They produce teachers. If the United States are poaching our teachers, Bahamian teachers, shouldn't we be in Guyana shopping like crazy? Saying, hey, our package is more attractive than whatever.
Did the U.S. give us permission to hire Guyanese teachers?
Yeah, we can still can't hire Cubans. We can hire Guyanese. They look like us. They just speak brackish. But we can understand if you squint your ears. Yeah. We should be recruiting Guyanese teachers. That's my point.
Mm-hmm.
We should be recruiting them. Why haven't we done that?
Because they have oil now, and the Bahamas is looking less.
We still
and less
paying more
attractive.
money. Their minimum wage, our minimum wage is higher. We just tell them, come. Just come. We bring in 50 one time. Or we go to Africa. Them Guyana people. How you say Ghana?
Ghanese?
The Ghanaian.
Ghanaian.
We could hire them in droves. But we shouldn't be no shortage. We knew schools opening. We know these people trying to get to the Bahamas and get our minimum wage or whatever the fee is. There shouldn't be no shortage.
I mean, I thought
We have the world as our oyster.
I thought the whole platform was that the Bahamas is the most attractive place to be in the Bahamas.
In the
Whether
Caribbean,
you're-
in Africa, all that.
Whether you're a tourist, whether you're a professional, the Bahamas is the most attractive place to be. I don't understand.
This is why it doesn't make sense.
I don't understand why I can't find the application form for the job that you don't have to do.
That's why it doesn't make sense. You know how much Jamaican teachers won't come here? The opportunity to say, I work here for 5-10 years and get the Bahamian paycheck? And you saying we still short? Something is wrong. I can't even squeeze this last call. Hey, is it finished? Finish. Let you summarize.
No, when you hear the gospel music, that means it's time for me to stop talking.
Yeah. Praise the Lord. But we're in crisis. And the excuses that our leaders are doing can't be tolerated. Because we had the option now to hire from abroad. We just didn't do it. That means we didn't follow the SWOT analysis and say, well, we short 20 teachers, we're going to get them by shopping. We didn't shop. Someone need to answer to that.
Maybe we can't read or count.
Perhaps. This has been Guardian Radio AM. I say we need to make noise.
The people in Abaco are very concerned.
What are you mad about? Quickly, we got to go.
A lack of clarity and coherence of what's happening in Abaco in terms of the integration of migrants.
Everybody in Abaco is Asian. I hope they know that. This has been Guardian Radio AM with CA Newry. Everybody, the whole island is Asian. Have a wonderful day.
And clear, well as moonlight.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, streaming on GuardianTalkRadio.com and the Guardian Radio app, Nassau, Bahamas.